Well, hey, beauty, come on in. Welcome. I always save you a spot. I'm Sandy Evenson, and you have just walked into the Daily Tap. This is where we step away from our busy minds and all the noise and tap into calm with the emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. And you might be thinking, what is this about? What do you mean tapping? Well, no worries. You do not have to know what it is, how it works at all, or how to do it. Just follow along with me, and we will be tapping on the endpoints of meridians on our face and upper body. So all you need do is tap where I tap and say what I say and see how you feel. We're using EFT tapping because we know that it is clinically proven to help you completely turn off that stress, reduce that anxiety, the overwhelm, the frustration, the self-doubt, anything that's causing you any kind of issue and upset. And we know that it can help your body heal itself, relieve that nervous system, and release emotional and physical pain, as well as give you clarity and so much more. So tap along with me for this moment in time where you just give yourself permission to breathe and come down all of it. So I want you to check in with your body, which we often ignore. You can be feeling extremely stressed, and there can be physical sensations, but we push them away. We've got too much to do, right? So just tap into that. Yeah, pun intended there, tapping. It's sort of ingrained in my brain, so I will say it more often than need be probably, but check in, do a little body scan from the top of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet, and just look around, feel around. Where are you feeling stress of any kind? Any tightness, constriction, discomfort, unease, aches and pains, anything. Pain itself can cause a lot of stress, right? And there's this cycle of the more pain you have, the more emotional stress you have. And it can just make the pain worse. So this is really powerful. EFT is a potent mind-body tool that truly works. And when you do it often, daily, or frequently, it can transform your life like it has mine. So just follow along. And I want you to notice what happens in your body with that spot you have just pinpointed when I show you this deck and we pull the card for the collective. Remembering that this particular session, this short session, is meant to help you feel better regardless of what's happening in your life and all around you. And we know we are all under stress. So it's a crazy time of year. It's been a stressful year. And so let's just tune into what's going on in your body. And you can even give it a number of intensity from 1 to 10. 10 is over the top, like panic or any other height of emotion. Just tune into that and give it a number and see where that is. Just make note of it. And let me show you this deck. This is Gateway of Light Activation. And this is from Kyle Gray. This is truly a magnificent deck. It's a lot about what's going on in the cosmos. And if you're tuned into any of that recently, you know there's a lot going on. And we are being told by the people who know more about astrology and the cosmos that we've just been going through enormous gateways in December, and 2026 is on fire. So we're going to have a lot going on. So let's choose. We're choosing for the collective. You can add your own question. It's always open-ended. If you have an issue, you can just ask, what do I need to know about this particular situation, this issue, this person, right? This decision, any of that. So I'm asking, what do we need to know for the highest good and greatest joy of all? Let's see what pops up for us. And what we have is Inner Earth. Show you this amazing photo. Let me bring it over here. Depending on if I'm on my laptop or phone, this is the phone. So Inner Earth. Just take a look at this now. At the top you see in the image is the tree, but what we're looking at is below. That is truly spectacular. Inner Earth, and what that subtitle says, base chakra, so that's the root chakra, and how beautiful we're going into the roots of the tree. Strength and security, laying foundations. So this is huge. If you're familiar with the book that sits behind me here, The Woo Woo Way, Unblock Your Chakras and Transform Your Life, it begins with the root and laying foundations. And I tell a story about how my late husband and I it was always shaky. I called the title of the story is Shaky Ground, because wherever we were, we really didn't have that foundation. We grew up without them and built upon them, so there was always something wonky. This is something that I observed. And so this particular book walks you through the chakras in a different way. I am comparing it to renovating a house. And this is the inner house of you, and you're doing a walkthrough, investigating and taking a look at what might need some shoring up, some repair, what to keep, what to let go of. And it's really quite fun. And the chapters begin with a story of mine, my life story, to show you an example of where and how the chakras can be blocked. The chakras are simply energy centers within us. And if you've been following the latest science and the people talking about the vagus nerve and a lot of what's going on with the brain and the body connection, this is ancient, and we're using tapping, EFT, as a modern link. So it's the most amazing transformational work, and I've written it in an easy to learn way. The chapters have lessons so you can understand, walking you through that internal house of you. So the root chakra is your foundation. The basement is the second or sacral chakra, and we move on up through the house so you can understand it. And at the end there are stories, sort of case studies with my clients. They're all in witness protection, so no one can figure out who they are, but they are amazing stories. And at the back of it is exercises. We call it the playbook, that in each of the chapters there are corresponding to the chapters in the book itself. So please understand that this wasn't meant to be self-promotion and a commercial, but when I pulled this card, I thought, oh my gosh. And when you look at this image again, you will see underneath what that looks like. And when I was taught to do some shamanic journeying, I was doing that to go into the spirit of the earth and find which crystals wanted to be in each chapter, because I lined them up with the chakras. And this is kind of where I went. It was an initially going through a tree, as I went down a path and all that sort of stuff. But allow yourself to envision this whole world, this underworld of Earth, It's just quite magical. So let's get into this. We'll see what the guidebook says. And forgive me for taking so much longer because I'm now at 10 minutes and I always think I'm going to encapsulate it all in 10 minutes and I have not. So let's do this. The inner earth. Kyle does not number his cards. I have to go through my alphabet. Okay, I found it. So let me hold that again for you. I'm just gonna, hopefully for you to see because the camera is over here. All right, so base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. The base chakra, also known as the root chakra, is found at the base of the spine and is the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet, to claim the truth that ultimately we are safe. In the image, there is a gateway below a giant tree. This realm is called the underworld. This is the spiritual realm visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of their power, or the power of others, that have been left behind. Know that if you are searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. And that's what the root chakra is all about, safety and security. So to connect, you can put your hands palms down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and belly button. Visualize yourself sitting with your back against a giant tree that is anchored deep down in the heart of the earth. So your message, I'm going to bring this down so I can get to this part of the guidebook. It's a bit long, but I want to give it to all of it. You are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And although at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up a momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts you've abandoned. If you are starting any projects or are thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds you are planting are sending roots deep into the Mother Earth. You are held, you are supported. Wow, this is so powerful, and I just, I'm tuning into this a lot because it's a big part of what I teach. It's a big part of what I coach and how I help you to feel safe and secure enough to look at the parts of you that have been buried, hidden, denied, to feel safe to just observe, to not re-experience or re-traumatize, but to observe and to see all the gifts that are also there that have been hidden. It's truly magical. Okay, so let's do some tapping. So just follow along with me, as I've said before. We're starting at the eyebrow point. I am open to feeling safe and secure. Side of the eye. To coming down out of my busy mind under eye, and feel into my root, to my past, and to all the foundation I have built. Under nose, I feel safe and supported. And if that doesn't quite resonate yet, I'm ready to feel safe, or I am open to feeling safe, because some of us have been feeling unstable. Collarbones. Whatever is meant for me will not pass me by. I am open to receiving what is meant for me. Underarm. As I feel safe and secure. Top of the head. With a foundation that is solid to support me on my quest to be who I wish to be. On the third eye, so it is, amen. I invite you to breathe into that, to keep tapping. You can just stay on the collarbone or elsewhere. Both hands are one. You can keep tapping on all the points if you wish. And just breathe into it. Feel into that safe, secure foundation. The support from your feet on your chair where you're sitting if you are. Feel that solidness supporting you. Check in with how you feel in your body. Has the number come down? If not, it means you really hit the nail on the head and you need to look at this more. So just keep tapping, being open and asking, what do I need to know here? What have I been denying, or what have I forgotten? This is all safe as long as you keep tapping. It keeps you feeling grounded. It keeps you there. If your numbers come down, you can keep going to make it even lower. And of course, you can address this later in the day. Before bed is a great time. And then again in the morning, wherever you are in your day. Stop, breathe, and tap. And remember, you are loved. I see your beauty. I see your light. Shine brightly.